Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Your host, Mike Williams here, and I'm about to be doing a Giants versus Dallas Cowboys Week 1 matchup preview. So let's get into it. This game is going to be on Sunday at 4:25. The over-under is 45.5, and the spread is -7, Dallas Cowboys favor. So let's get into the Cowboys. We got Dak Prescott. The Giants are 26th against the quarterback, and I think Dak Prescott's going to feast. I think he's going to be a top 12 quarterback this week, definitely playable. He's got his boy Zeke back. Amari Cooper is going to be there. I'll get into him in a minute. I think he's going to be good, so fire him up. There's not much to say about him. He runs, he throws. He's good. So we're going to go down to the wide receiving core. So we have Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and Randall Cobb. Michael Gallup and Randall Cobb are on a purely wait and see for me. There's no real reason to play them. You just drafted. You should have 2 wide receivers or 3 wide receivers that are better than them. Amari Cooper, on the other hand, he went pretty high in drafts. I think he was overdrafted. People were taking him in the 3rd and 4th round, and in my personal opinion, somebody that is that up and down shouldn't be drafted that high. And on top of that, he has plantar fasciitis, which basically means his feet are going to hurt all year. No. They run on their feet all year. I'm not trying to wonder whether or not he's going to be able to play, how healthy he is. No. But if you do have him, guess you can fire him up. The Giants aren't great against wide receivers, so if he's going to have a good game, he can have a good game on this one. I don't like playing roulette. I play fantasy football, and I try to be as safe as possible with my picks. I don't like too much volatility unless it's like a later round type of volatility, like a Deshaun Jackson. Like when Deshaun Jackson plays great, it's awesome. And when he does, it's like, you know what? He had a down game. But you didn't draft him in the 3rd or 4th round. You drafted him in the 11th round. There's a big difference. Amari Cooper, most of his points last year came from 3 games. Did you even play him in those 3 games? Because I didn't. He's sitting on my bench, just hanging out. Like, hey, Mike, you should have played me this week. And I'm like, okay, I'll play you this week. Oh, JK, I'm actually going to play terrible this week. No. Miss me with the Amari Cooper stuff. Other people can draft him. They can play him if they want. I'm not a fan. And you're going to have a tough time trading him unless he has a good game. So if he has a good game and you're worried about him and worried about his feet, I'd trade him away. All right, let's go back to running back. Go down to running backs. Ezekiel Elliott has finally signed a contract. Thank goodness. The offseason madness is over, and it has been so long. I'm very pleased that crap is over. I understand. Zeke got to get his money. I got no problem with man making his cash. It's just fantasy football, just trying to stay updated, you know. But he got his paper. A lot of people are saying that Tony Pollard is useless now. I do not agree. I think that he is one of the best backups that we have in the game right now. I don't think that he's going to get as much love as they were saying that he was going to get before Zeke came back, but I do still think he might have a role in this offense, and if anything does happen to Zeke, I think that he would get a majority of the carries. Jason Witten is back, and the Giants are terrible at tight end. Still not firing him up. Sorry, Jason Witten. I know that you just got back from the booth, but I think you're going to be better at actual football than you are going to be for fantasy football, and that's fine. You're going to end up being a Hall of Famer. All right, down to the G-men. So we have Eli Manning. No one's starting him. Please. We have his receivers. We have Golden Tate, who's suspended, and Sterling Shepard, who I'm not personally playing this week. Then we get down to the running back. Saquon Barkley is a go. He was number 1 in most of your leagues, top 4 in almost all of your leagues. He's a must start. Don't even think about it. Doesn't matter who he's playing. Evan Ingram. They're saying they have big plans for Evan Ingram, and I believe it. Evan Ingram is going to be a top 4, top 5 tight end this year, and it's not going to be because he didn't play well. There's a lot of tight ends that get into the top 10, and they didn't play great. It's just the tight end landscape is terrible. I think Evan Ingram is going to have a great year. I think they're going to funnel a lot of stuff through him, and I think that he's going to be rivaling some of the better wide receivers on his team, and I would definitely be starting him up. And so that's the weekly preview for the Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. If you have any questions, hit me up on social, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, anything. I'll be seeing you around. See you, Fantasy Bay.